Hello everyone, and welcome to the first week vlog. Now, first week, can you believe it? I had a really fantastic time going out and about because we had a new thing that happened that was implemented by Louisa and Andrea. So let's go over it. So on Tuesday, I went to I had to do shopping in Totton. I did, and I did it really quite comfortably. I did. And then on Tuesday, we then went to Portsmouth. We did to the City Museum. I loved every moment of it. I had a lovely time there, and I'm looking forward to going back there again. And I know that it was fantastic. We had first we went into Joanna's, and it was a lovely experience. I mean, it was a fantastic experience to actually walk around the museum. It's just quite good, and it's free as well. So if you want to go there, it's free. It's really quite nice, and it really is quite good. So then the other one I went upstairs, looked at other stuff in there as well, which was really quite good, and also saw some Pompey Football Club stuff as well. Didn't actually see the 2008 FA Cup winning team stuff, unfortunately. It might be on another floor. You don't know what it is, but maybe I'll look up there and see what we'll find. And then of course on Wednesday I went to Southampton, and before I went there, I also went up to Portsdown Hill, had a nice break there, and then headed back. Now Wednesday we went to Southampton to Tudor House, and it was a fantastic experience. Yeah, just didn't like the introduction in the banqueting hall, but they managed to keep the door open. If anything happened, I would be able to get out of there in a flash, but I managed to stick through for most of it, and I think it was okay. So maybe they might close the door on me next, because it wasn't really that bad, to be honest. So we had a good look round. Yeah, school kids were there as well, as we'd expect for a school trip. So we had to go professionally, we did, and walk around some stuff. Let them go through first, and eventually we followed on behind. Yeah, I couldn't do dressing up or anything like that. So if it's going on a day when if there's no school books, then we can definitely do that. Now, it was really quite good. And then eventually we then headed off to the Happy Cheese pub in Ashurst for lunch, and it was fantastic. I mean, it was a wonderful break, and it was just really fantastic, and then did a little bit of drive before coming back here. Now Thursday I went to Winchester, and I took two buses. First took Blue Star 4 from North Battersea to Romsey, and then Stagecoach 66 service from Romsey to Winchester. And yeah, we had quite a bit of a wait for the bus, we did, and eventually when it did come, we were able to get on board very, very quickly, and managed to make it really quite nicely on both occasions. And then we actually managed to make our way to the City Museum, we did, by walking there. And I think it was actually quite good to walk there as well. And then of course I think it was a fantastic trip, but there was another school trip as well. So we had to let them go through first before we can go ourselves. So they were upstairs, and then they came downstairs, and we had to, when they did actually go, we actually headed upstairs, we did, and eventually managed to make it through without knowing the incident. And then of course I had cheeky McDonald's. He goes, why would you want to do that if you've been grounded? But it didn't happen. We just knew that that something had gone wrong with the picnic. They put butter in my ham, and it just wasn't that good. So decided to skip that, and decided to had the others for snack, and then head to McDonald's for lunch. So that's what we did. And I think we made really great timing on this as well, getting into Romsey. Yeah, a little bit earlier than we thought, but that's what happens sometimes. So we got the bus back, and got myself back in there just in time. Now Friday, I tried to go to Thursley Gardens, but unfortunately it was shut. But before I go there, I tried to go into Winchester Cathedral, but that was closed as soon as I came in, because they were putting in a new display. It was, and eventually I couldn't even go in. So, and it also closes on at 12 p.m. on Thursday. So if I'm going to Winchester, I might have to go a little bit earlier in the week, to be honest, to actually do this. And then I'll be able to go into the cathedral, but I have to check to see if there's no events on. And then, of course, on Friday, I tried going to Thursley Gardens, but unfortunately it was shut. So what we did, we actually gone for a bit of a drive instead, we did. And eventually got to the fish and chip shop, get the chips, and actually stayed for the rest of the day. Saturday and Sundays were just normal drives they were, and it was quite a good trip, to be honest. Now, I will have another recap for you at the end of the week, see how it goes on Sunday evening. So thanks very much for listening. That's week 1 done. We're getting ready for week 2. Bye.